Hi guys, I'm Mike. I'm a photographer and videographer, and today I thought to talk about what's in my photo camera bag. So let's start off with the bag itself. This is the Manfrotto Veloce. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that one, but yeah, this thing's awesome. I picked it up from Manfrotto themselves for like £45 in the sale, which is ridiculous. It's an absolute steal because this thing is really good. It's awesome. And the thing that I like about it is it's really compact. I mean, I've had tons of bags in the past, and I think the one before this was a Tamarack backpack, and they're awesome, but they're a bit overkill for what I want. They're pretty massive. They've got tons of pockets, which I don't ever use, and this thing is just, you know, it's pretty stealthy, it's pretty compact, and it does exactly what I want from a camera bag. So let's have a look at some of the features of the bag. It's got on both sides the usual compartments, little pockets for, you know, I usually use them for storing additional lens caps, but you know, notepads, anything little that you might want to carry around with you. And then on this side this is a really cool feature actually. I don't use it myself for what it was designed for, but you basically undo this buckle, unzip this flap, and that opens up to reveal a little compartment, which is usually used for if you know you're out and about and you just want quick access to a certain item, so you don't have to take your bag off, open the main compartment, grab it, do it back up, put it back on your bag. You know, it's a bit quicker, which is pretty cool. Let's just do that buckle up. And then, yeah, on the other side, it's got a tripod mount, clip, whatever you want to call it, strap, that's probably the right word. And it's pretty cool. You put it through that strap there, and then put the legs under here, and it's got a buckle to tighten it up. I don't actually use this because I don't tend to shoot on a tripod that much, and when I do, I tend to just chuck it in the back of the car, but it's still quite cool to have. And then it's got the same pocket which is on the other side to store, you know, any little bits and pieces that you might want to take with you. Yeah, so that's it really for the outside. I mean, on the back it's got so much padding. The straps are really padded. Again, from Manfrotto, you don't expect anything less. Everything's really good quality, and because there's so much padding, it's so comfortable on your back. You know, as you can imagine, when you've got, you know, multiple cameras, multiple lenses, you know, a laptop, it can weigh quite a bit, so having that extra padding is, yeah, just makes it a lot easier to carry. So let's have a look inside the bag. So the first thing that you come to is the laptop slot. This takes up to a 15-inch MacBook Pro on this bag, but I actually have a 13-inch in here, which is, you know, it's great. On location, it doesn't take up too much room when you're backing up. Yeah, it just works really well. It's held in by this Velcro strap, which is really heavy duty, does the trick, holds it in place. And then you have, you know, pen slots. I usually do have pens in there. I usually have a notepad. It's always handy to have something that you can write down notes or, you know, client details, all that sort of stuff. And then in this little pocket I have, you know, business cards. It's always handy to have to give out to people. And yeah, that's pretty much for that compartment. Let's move on to the main one. I'll try and show you this without everything falling out, but we will have a closer look. So that's the main compartment. It's got my two bodies, you know, various lenses, and little bits and pieces. You can fit so much in this bag. But it does always amaze me when you get a new camera bag how much time you can actually take on, you know, change the size with dividers, moving all the gear around. But yeah, I'm finally happy with how it looks. And yeah, it just works really well. So let's do the camera bodies first. So I have two D700s. These things are awesome. They're pretty old now. I don't think you can buy them new, but you can pick them up on eBay and Amazon for like £500, which is insane. Like, these things are so good. They're full frame, the 12 megapixel, which is fine for me. I mean, lots of people get hung up on megapixels and try and get the most out of the camera, but unless you're gonna blow your photos up massive, like on a billboard, which I'm never gonna do, these things just work really well. They're so good in low light, which is why they're my go-to camera for shooting weddings. And in general, I just shoot everything on these things. They're amazing, really solid, and yeah, the images that I get from them are really nice. The colours are always great, and yeah, super happy with these. I shoot on 2 cameras because I have, you know, one lens on one and a different lens on the other, so you don't have to keep changing lenses. But also, one of the main reasons is if one dies, then I've got a backup. You know, especially at a wedding, when you can't, you know, recreate that day, it's really important that you have a backup. So yeah, and at the bottom of each camera body, I have these little screw-in sort of, they're not really buckles, are they? They're like metal loops, which I actually attach my dual camera strap onto, which I'll do in a different video because I don't tend to store it in my camera bag. But it just means that your hands are free. You don't have to carry this massive bag around with you if you're doing an all-day wedding when, you know, you're on your feet all day. You know, it's pretty tiring. But yeah, cameras are awesome. So that's the cameras done. Let's move on to the lenses. So this one is the 24-70 f2.8 from Tamron. This is my go-to for pretty much everything. Portraits, yeah, just everything where I don't need to zoom in tons. This thing's awesome. It's also got vibration reduction function on it, which you can switch on and off, and it's really good. I guess it's supposed to be really good in video, but I tend to just use it with stills. But if it's in low light and the shutter speed is down, it compensates to a certain extent and makes it not so blurry. Yeah, it's just handy to have on there. It's really good. Like I say, f2.8 it goes down to, which makes the background really nice and out of focus. So yeah, it produces really nice depth of field, and it's really sharp. I think I picked this one up for about 500, which for a lens is amazing. Yeah, absolutely love this thing. The next lens that I have is the Sigma 70-200 f2.8. This thing is awesome. It's pretty rough now, like it's got paint peeling off it, but it still works, still going strong, and it's awesome. I mean, those two lenses together are it's just so versatile. Like, you've got 24 to, what did I say, 24-70 in that one, and then 70-200 on that one. They're pretty much the only lenses that I need. I have got other lenses obviously in the studio, but I tend to just take these ones everywhere I go. And it just works really well. Again, it's the 70-200 is f2.8, so you get the same shadow depth of field. And yeah, I absolutely love this thing. So next thing in the bag is a couple of speed lights. These are great. These are the Yongnuo's YN 560s. They're so good. I picked them off eBay for £50, but I think you can, if you can find them, you can get them for around 25. And they're just really simple. Next thing, I guess, is, you know, memory card readers. These again are off eBay. Love eBay. These are great because they're hard case, so it protects your memory cards, and they're great. I've got, you know, there's 4 slots in each. That I think this one's full, and I tend to use 16GB memory cards. I like to have multiple 16 gigs rather than having one, you know, 128 gig or whatever. Because if one fails and everything gets, you know, all your data gets lost, all your photos are just not there, then at least you've got, you know, the other cards to make up for it. It hasn't happened yet, but you know, better being safe than sorry. And then the next is, you know, usual batteries. I've got 2 spare batteries, and the things with these cameras is, you know, I can shoot a whole day wedding, which is sometimes 12 hours, on 1 battery. Like, the batteries last so long. Yeah, always good to have a spare. And then, you know, memory card reader, got to always have one of these. If you're backing up on location, you know, doesn't take up a lot of room in your bag, and it's just always good to have. Charger for the D700 batteries, and then, you know, the charger for the MacBook. And then also, I always keep a little cloth just to clean things up. If it's raining, it's always handy to have. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave comments below if you can think of anything that you want to that you want me to talk about. Whether it's, you know, a tutorial that you want about photography, you want to know, you know, more gear that I use, or just general any questions that you might have. Leave them below, and I'll try my best to make a video on it. But yeah, subscribe for more videos to come, and see you soon, guys. Cheers.